Tonight we report on a home damaged by gunfire in the Larson community, and a ticket surcharge at the Gorge Amphitheater moves closer to becoming a law. What is going on in sports, Bob?
Thanks, Alan. Warden boys basketball is one and done in postseason play, and the Running Vikes take on Green River in the first round of the NWAC Men's Championships. Let's take a peek at our Weather Center forecast.
And here in the weather department, we're looking for one more chilly night. And then spring comes back. All the details coming on up.
I'm Alan Troop, and we have all this and much more on iFiber One News.
From the iFiber One HD studio here in the heart of the Columbia Basin, this is iFiber One News. Your #1 source for local news, sports headlines, and our very own Weather Center forecast covering the entire Columbia Basin. This is iFiber One News, and it starts now.
A home was damaged by gunfire early Friday morning in the Larson community. On Monday, a Grant County Sheriff's Office spokesman said a resident in the 1000 block of Vandenberg Loop reportedly heard a loud noise about 1 a.m. She woke up to find a bullet pass through a bedroom window, a closet door, and found the bullet in the wall. According to the Sheriff's Office, nobody was injured and deputies were unable to identify a suspect due to the delay in the call. Anyone with information is asked to call the Grant County Sheriff's Office at 509-763-2260 or send information by email to crimetips@grantcountywa.gov. Schools across Grant County celebrated Dr. Seuss' birthday this week. At Quincy's Pioneer Elementary School, students and staff enjoyed a full day of Dr. Seuss activities. Reporter Devin Higgins stopped by the school and has the details.
Quincy's Pioneer Elementary School played host to students and parents who love tales of Grinches, green eggs and ham, cats and hats, and Oobleck. For the second straight year, the school held Dr. Seuss Day, a full day of activities that celebrated the renowned children's book author whose real name was Theodore Giesel. The day started with breakfast in the library for students and their families, giving them the chance to read their favorite books together, while teachers and staff used the opportunity to also show their love for all things Dr. Seuss. Librarian Shannon Meloso said the event has become a high point of the entire Quincy community and became more popular than she thought it would when it began last year.
We had a teacher last year, her name was Danelle Kaler, and she brought it from Wenatchee or East Wenatchee and said, hey, let's do it. And my boss said, let's do it. So we did. And it was so much fun. We had our previous superintendent came in and read to the kids, and so we did that again this year. He came in and was reading with students. Our donuts were donated by Aikens, our coffee by the Granary, and it's just been a great way. It gets the parents in, makes them a little, sometimes it's intimidating to come into the school, and so it makes them a little less intimidating, and just kind of a fun event for parents and families and their kids.
Quincy High School senior Daisy Alvarez made Dr. Seuss Day her senior project as a way of showcasing the work she does at Pioneer throughout the school year.
I work here after school, and I come here 2 hours of my day to Pioneer, so I was like, man, I'll just do something in which I'm already involved. So, and Ms. Malauso, I heard about it and I talked to Ms. Malauso, and yeah, we got together and did this. To me, it's sort of like a literature icon. And you know, Dr. Seuss made all these children's books. They're so easy. They have rhymes. I feel like the kids love Dr. Seuss.
In Quincy, Devin Higgins for iFiber One News.
A Moses Lake woman was injured in a collision Saturday afternoon on State Route 17 in Moses Lake. Byron Yukis, a 58-year-old Okanagan man, was driving a 2003 Dodge Caravan south on SR 17. Approaching Nelson Road when he reportedly rear-ended a 2011 Nissan Sentra stopped at a traffic light. On Monday, the Washington State Patrol stated the Nissan was then pushed into the back of a Ford Ranger pickup truck that was stopped at the light. Yukis was not hurt in the collision. The driver of the Nissan, 35-year-old Myra Magana, was injured and taken to Samaritan Hospital. 3 passengers in the Nissan, including a 14-year-old boy and 2-year-old boy, were not hurt. The driver of the Ford pickup was not injured. The State Patrol issued Yukis a ticket for following too close and for not having liability insurance. And now we take a look at people being sought by law enforcement.
This is Sheriff Tom Jones with the Grant County Sheriff's Office. Each of the people you see here have a warrant for their arrest. If you see any of these people, we ask you do not attempt to detain or apprehend them, but call us at 509-762-1160 or send us an email at crimetips@co.grant.wa.us. If the person is presenting a danger, call 911. With your help, we can bring these people to justice and make our community safer.
We'll be back right after this.
At Moses Lake Community Health Center, we have had the privilege to serve the local communities since 1978.
What I like about working at this clinic more than any other clinic that I've worked at is the patient care. With the patient care team that we've assembled, it allows us to take care of these many facets of the patient and their family's needs.
Please take the opportunity to experience the high-quality care provided at our clinics.
When you find out about the DQ $5 lunch, all this food for only $5, you gotta tell people about it. So I situated nice. Frosty drink next to this juicy grilled burger and fries. Get my sundae, boom. I just dropped a $5 lunchogram on all my friends. Get ready for a little $5 envy.
Michael, we like your style. The $5 lunch. Entree, fries, drink, plus a sundae. Only at your DQ. This is fan food, not fast food.
Hi everybody, meteorologist Don Morelli with you on this Tuesday night. Hopefully you had a great day and you'll have a great rest of the week because it's looking very nice. Your forecast brought to you by Bud Cleary Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places. And of course the headline says it all. It's a quiet weather pattern for a while. Now we have one more chilly night tonight and then things start moderating for a great rest of the week. Very nice spring-like temperatures coming back and a great looking weekend, folks. If you don't have any plans right now, start making them. It's never too late to start making your plans because the weekend outlook, I'll show you it in a bit, but a hint, be in the 60s. Very nice. 47 and 30 for the extremes today. Most of us fell in the 20s though, including Moses Lake 25 with a high of 47. You can see 4 degrees off on both ends for the normals of 51 and 29. But again, looking very nice out there right now. And I mentioned one more cold night, and the reason is 3 things. We have clear skies, we have light winds, relatively light winds, and the dew point's very low in the teens. Those 3 combine to make for what's called great radiational cooling. All the daytime heating just escapes overnight tonight. So we'll fall quickly into the 30s, probably in the 20s by midnight, if not earlier. Looking at the forecast for clouds and precipitation, through Thursday, we see not too bad of a overnight into Wednesday, and then we'll see some cloudiness, a few bands of clouds on Wednesday afternoon, evening. I was a little worried about a system for Friday. Yesterday, if you would, I was concerned. I didn't believe it because some of the models were bringing a rather wet, soggy Friday. This is a system that it was hanging on, but you can see it's weakening. And good thing I didn't buy it because it looks like it's going well to our northeast, maybe the inland northwest. Might see a few sprinkles or a flurry by Friday, but nothing too big. In fact, look at the state. Lots of suns. Long Beach, Olympia in the mid-50s. The inland northwest warming up good 8 degrees where they were today. Mid to high 30s was today's highs. They'll be in the mid-40s on Wednesday. And let's take a closer look here in the basin. We're looking for seasonal temperatures right where we should be, 51. Again, a great afternoon after a rather chilly start. But again, look at all those suns. Very, very nice. Taking a look now at the 7 days, and I see a lot of smiles out there. Spring is in the air. Look at this. A great, great week. Looking for temperatures to be in mild side by late in the week. But after a cold start, look at this. 50s, 60s. I told you for the weekend. Looking very good. Get those plans ready. Well, keep it here. Don't go away because you know what's next? Sports.
What better way to start the new year than in a new Toyota? We're making it easier than ever with 3 ways to save. Your choice of financing as low as 0%, up to $2,500 in customer cash back, or low payment leases on your favorite Toyota model, like RAV4, now just $199 per month. Just pick your favorite Toyota, the best savings options for you, and drive away. It's that easy, so start your year right. For full details, see any of your Inland Empire Toyota dealers today. Toyota, let's go places.
J.R. Delgado knocked down a team-high 24 points, but it wasn't good enough to lead Wharton to a regional win over Liberty. Delgado sank 8 of 17 shots, including 4 3-pointers, but received minimal help from his supporting cast in the 68-52 loss. The Cougars got off to a slow start, down 40-23 at intermission. Wharton heated up to outscore Liberty and make a game of it, 53-49, as the third quarter wound down. But a couple of bad bounces and questionable calls from the officiating crew halted the Cougars' momentum. Liberty seized the moment and ended Wharton's deepest postseason run ever. The Lancers, Matt Burnham, led all scorers with 30 points. 4 players scored in double figures, and the running Vikes raced past Spokane 86-74 to claim the NWAC East Region title. Big Bend hit 50% from the floor, including 6 shots from three-point range to lead 42-33 at the break. The running Vikes posted a 44-41 second-half score to win by a dozen. Moga Ledoux led the way for Big Bend with 22 points. Wyatt Johnson added 16. Donovan Wright knocked down 15, and Alonzo Ramos finished with 14. The running Vikes will take on Green River out of the West Conference in first-round action at the Men's Basketball Championships. The game is scheduled for an 8 p.m. start on Saturday. Kyle Collinsworth scored 20 points, and BYU beat number 3 Gonzaga 73-70, ending the Bulldogs' school record 22-game winning streak. Byron Wesley led the Zags with 17. The teams battled to a 36-36 halftime score. Gonzaga used a 20-11 second-half run to pull to 71-70 on Eric McClellan's free throws with 2.6 seconds left. After making the first attempt, McClellan tried to miss the second, but it still switched through. The Cougars inbounded the ball to Ryan Andrus, who was fouled and made both free throws for a 3-point lead with 1.5 seconds left. Kyle Wiltshire shot from beyond midcourt, then bounced off the rim as time expired. Well, it was a sad weekend for Husky basketball fans as UW great Christian Velp passed away at age 51. Velp died from an apparent heart attack at his home, vacation home that is, in Hood Canal. The 7-foot German is the University of Washington's all-time leading scorer with 2,073 points. Velp started all 4 years for the Dogs in the mid-'80s, leading them to 3 NCAA tournament appearances. Velp helped lead the Huskies to Pac-10 regular season titles in 1984 and 85. He was named the Pac-10 Player of the Year in 1986. We'll be right back after this.
Hello, my name is Cheryl Kono. I am your local Ephrata Farmers Insurance Agent. Here at Cheryl Kono Insurance Agency, our customers always come first. We don't just work here, we live here. Please stop by the office, call, email, or Facebook me for a free auto, home, life, business, or farm and ranch quote today. We are insurance. We are farmers. Come in for a free quote today.
We are farmers. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
Well, one thing I knew from being a patient myself was that a dental office is a scary place to come to. And so we wanted everything possible to make sure that our office is a comfortable place for our patients to visit. The patients that I have, my clients, have made me a part of this community, and we want to give back in every way possible.
Our spotlight story tonight is about Mrs. Columbia Basin, Naomi Walker, who is preparing to compete in Mrs. Washington in May. Reporter Jeff Chu met with Walker and has her story.
Naomi Walker, who will compete for the Mrs. Washington title in May, is a personal trainer who started with herself as her first client.
I've gone through a ordeal with my heart, with a heart defect called SVT. I found out I had that 6 years ago. It's called supraventricular tachycardia. So it's like an extra electrical impulse in my heart. My doctor said, he gave me 3 options. He said, You can either be on beta blockers for the rest of your life, or you can have heart surgery, or you can completely, dramatically change your life.
Walker, who lives in the Royal City area with her husband and 3 children, chose the latter path.
I had to go to the ER in the ambulance, and it was frightening. So ever since then, I've been a fitness coach, and I help other people, other women especially, who have families and who want to change their life. Being a mom of 3 children, I was deathly afraid that I would be leaving them, honestly, when I had to go to the hospital. And I don't want anyone else to have to worry about having to go through that. And it's really simple to not have to get to that point.
As a Beachbody fitness coach, she does just that. She focuses on fitness and family health, such as eating right.
I'm passionate to help other women, other families, so they don't have to go through what I went through with my heart.
She is also inspired to keep physically fit because heart trouble runs in her family.
And the same week that my heart issue happened, my dad had 3 heart attacks.
Walker, who is also busy taking her children to school and other sports and recreation activities, will take her health-related platform to the Mrs. Washington America pageant in May in Olympia. Right now, she is lining up sponsors to help her get to the pageant. Walker is also involved in the Ducks Unlimited chapter for the Potholes Reservoir area near where she lives. She explained her challenge ahead.
Well, there's 35 other women who are involved from all over the state of Washington, and we have to go out into the community and do fundraisers, make public appearances, anything that will get us, to better understand help the community understand what we're doing.
Walker says health and fitness has been contagious for her family.
Since I've gotten into this 3 years ago, my husband has started working out and has gotten fit, and my in-laws, my sister-in-laws, my sister, friends and family. So it's a great thing.
Walker can be contacted at nfwalker72@yahoo.com or by calling 509-381-6092. I'm Jeff Chu for iFiber1 News.
And we'll be right back after this.
Have you been to iFiber1.com? The most up-to-date news in the Columbia Basin is just one click away. With news, sports, and weather, you can stay in the know with what's going on in your community. Read your news on the go by visiting iFiber1.com on your tablet or even your phone. Follow us on Facebook for quick updates and discuss the news with others in our area. Your #1 news source in the Columbia Basin is iFiber1.com. Check it out today. What's white and yellow and red all over? If you said the local book telephone directory, the one with the purple sunset on the cover, then you're right. In print and online at statewideyp.com, it features up-to-date local maps, community information, and a calendar of events. With a restaurant dining guide with full local menus and a reverse directory, you're sure to find the number you're looking for. It's the best way to get the information you need. Pick up a copy of the local book today or visit statewideyp.com.
Welcome back. A methamphetamine dealer was sentenced to community custody so her children won't go to foster care. Roberta Stark, a 34-year-old Ephrata woman, pleaded guilty in Grant County Superior Court to possession of meth with the intent to manufacture or deliver and possession of meth. Stark has 5 previous felony convictions, and when combined with her present convictions, she faced between 5 and 10 years in prison. Instead, she will serve a year of community custody. Chief Deputy Alan White explained the sentencing alternative allowed Stark to maintain custody of her 3 children if she complies with strict supervision for the year. The youngest child's father agreed to a 6-year prison sentence for dealing meth if his wife received the parenting sentencing alternative. An Ephrata police officer arrested Stark in late October for a warrant for a felony and found 8 grams of meth, 25 bags for distributing the drug, and $780 in her purse. A proposed $1 surcharge for Gorge Amphitheater tickets is closer to becoming a law. The State Senate's Ways and Means Committee and the House's Committee on Finance approved a bill which would allow the Grant County Commissioners to add the surcharge to fund the Quincy Valley Medical Center and Grant County Fire District 3. Senate Bill 5000 passed with a vote of 15-2. The remaining 6 members voted to refer it to the Senate without a recommendation. 2 members of the committee voted to forward it to the House without a recommendation. Senator Judy Warnock and Representative Matt Manweller were 2 of the people voting for approving the bill. The bill has been a focus of dispute between the Quincy Valley Medical Center, the City of Quincy, and at least one Grant County Commissioner. CHS Connell Grain is helping strike out hunger with their annual Bowling for Hunger tournament on March 13th in Moses Lake. The second annual event is hosted by the company's Moses Lake marketing office. It runs from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. at Lake Bowl on North Stratford Road. Last year, the food drive raised more than $5,000 and delivered nearly 5,700 pounds of food to local food banks. According to company spokesperson Danielle Mathenia, CHS Country Operations donated an additional $5,800 to the Moses Lake Food Bank last year. Anyone interested in making a donation or registering a team for the bowling tournament can call 509-765-3881. In Northwest news, a gun shop in Boise, Idaho is struggling to keep up with the demand for a certain type of ammunition. That's because the federal government is considering banning the bullets which can pierce armor. Reporter Eric Gonzalez has the story.
The ATF says it will have talks this month on whether to restrict M855 rounds of 5.56 caliber cartridges used in AR-type weapons. They say now that AR guns can be used as pistols, the steel bullets for these rounds violate a 1986 federal law.
This is just lead, and that has a steel penetrator.
The green tip ammo has the steel bullet inside. Investigators say when green tips are used with an AR pistol, they can pierce police body armor and be concealed, endangering officers' lives.
Effectively concealing that type of a firearm wouldn't be very easy. But it does, meet the definition of a pistol.
What's frustrating about this is that the government is arbitrarily deciding that these now commercially readily available handguns are concealable. That is an absolute falsehood.
Customers say the restriction is an overreach by the government after they weren't able to ban the use of AR rifles.
Rank and file police officer knows that that type of gun is not concealable and is not a threat. Very rarely are those type of weapons used in any type of crimes.
Impact Guns says now shooters are scrambling to get the green tip ammo. Right now, the store is sold out.
Of course, it will drive the prices of any and all of it up, at least for a while.
And that's going to do it for us here at I-501 News. We want to thank you for watching, and we'll see you again tomorrow.